another edition of Talking Tackle with a Bedford Bigboy Specimen. I'm at Angel Lakes today in France. We're here for a week. Unfortunately, I'm on my own. The other guys couldn't make it for one reason or another. It's quite a nice lake. It's about 7 acres. Tree lines around virtually all of it. We're only on 4 pegs. I think there's 6 in total there. There's a few more around the corner, but we're fishing the main part of the lake. Here you can hire all the gear. You can bring your own stuff, but we've opted to fly here and you hire all their gear. Rods, reels, the lot. The bivvy's already set up. Me personally, it's not up to my sort of standard of gear, but Badger is probably spot on for him, and I'm sure Adam could also handle it well. But for myself, it's substandard, but hey ho. Anyway, I'm on the veranda here. This is peg 1, the nearest to me here. Peg 2 slightly set further back. All the pegs have got plenty of water. The lake's silt bottom, quite murky, so it is clearer near the edges, so you aren't going to spook the fish too much, but you can see fish swimming underneath these trees here and bushes. There's plenty there, and the fish here, I think they average about 45 pounds. The record's 71, I believe, with a good head of 50s, really good head. So hopefully we'll get a few out and see how it goes. They do have bait boats here as well. They do hire them out also. This is peg 2, peg 3 and 4 on the far side there. I think I'm in one of those, so I'm sure I'll get suntanned really well. But deepest part is just here. As I said, we're on the veranda. This is the sort of kitchenette bit in here. Steve's there. They're the guys who invited me, knowing the potential of the Bedford Bigboy Specimen hunters. That's obviously why they call me here, just to show them how to catch big fish. But there you go. Kitchen, this is it. We eat here, breakfast and dinner, all supplied. It's all in the cost. And bait boats, as I said, another £100 a week for those. So not cheap, but they can get you exactly where they need to get you. So hopefully we'll get a few fish out and see how it goes. So good luck, fingers crossed, and we'll see how we get on. Cheers, lads. Okay, it's that time of day again. It's 34 degrees today, which is going to be like this for the whole of the week. I think it's a killer, proper killer. There's nothing moving around. No one's catching anything during this heat. A lot of the fish are held up behind these trees over here. This is the deepest part of the lake over here. Steve's just dumping out bait boat full of stuff. These trees here, bushes. Walk around the track behind there and you can see them sitting in there. It's about 10 foot deep there, so it's the coolest part of the lake. I've got about 5 to 6 foot in front of me here, and I'm struggling big time. I think it's just, well, just the heat. Let me just zoom out of this a little bit. That's it. It's better. So yeah, I'm gonna have another rethink later on. I've seen a few fish jumping right up there. I say a few, couple. So I might put something in, just see what happens. But the baits I'm using, you name it, I've got it. These are all pineapple wafter, squid wafter, an array of glugs and goos, everything else. I got this as well because there's supposed to be some bloodworm beds in here, so I thought I'll crush some boilies up and mix some of that in with it to try and induce them. Yeah, I've got a lot of stuff, liquids. He feeds them here with a shrimp type boilie, so you've got to use their bait. You can use your own hookers, but they're freebies, which is pellet, and 2 different types of boilies you've got to get from him. And obviously my old pop-ups there, loads of pop-up, cranberry and krill. Got a little bit of paste there. I do like the old paste, so I'll try that a bit later as well. I think I've gone through these pop-ups here. I'll tell you what, if it wasn't for this tracker bivvy fan, I think I'd be dying by now. So definitely worth a buy, not that expensive. If you need, I'd definitely recommend you get one of them, because in the hot weather it's a killer. And also I always carry one of these with me now. The Spacer telescope, a little handheld one. And what I use it for is I look for fishing around the lake. Just get it out there, have a look. It's a pretty neat bit of stuff. And I have seen some fishing around this far side here, and also some past the middle over there. You can just about see it with your naked eye, but with that telescope it's even easier, so that's what I used that for. Always handy to have that. So yeah, we're stuck in this heat wave, and it's going to be like it for the whole week. So it's not going to be great, so I'm probably wasting my time fishing during the day, to be fair. But early morning, I think, when it's the coolest, because even when it comes sort of dusk time, it's still so hot. Maybe late night, early morning is the best chance of getting something at the minute. But I'm due something. We're coming up to 2 days in about 3 hours. 48 hours we've been here. We've caught one fish, I've lost one. Peg 1's had nothing. Peg 2 caught one, £26, which is small for in here. And Peg 3 has lost 2. So as a group we've only had one fish, which is not great. Conditions are against us, but when we come to France you want to get something, don't you? That's just the way it is. What can you do? I also use this, might be worth people to have a look at. It's Catfish Pva Bag, basically, mesh rather, and it's just a lot bigger than what you get the carp mesh at, and you can put probably about £1/2 in that, and you get it to about an orange sized ball. So I prefer that. It's a lot easier to fill, it opens up nicer, it's just easier basically. So think about that instead of them little PVA bags. If you want to get a bit more bait out around your hook, just get that catfish mesh, get a bit more out. Right, well, I'm going to get this fan on me, try and cool down a bit, and I'll be dinner time in about just over an hour, because we get fed here. So I have to reel all the rods in because I'm this far from the lake. Pegs 1 and 2 over there, they don't actually have to, because they're right by the food hut there. That's where the food hut is. So Peg 1 there, Peg 2 there, so they're fishing their rods 24/7. Me and 3, we have to bring it in every time we go something to eat, but it's normally in the heat and nothing's really happening anyway, so it's not too bad this time around. But okay, I shall chat to you later, hopefully with some fish. Alright, okay guys, we've had something to eat, and I've come here now. The sun's gone down, it's a nice evening, everything's gone calm, and I've just set my rigs up. This is what it looks like now, really nice. I'll just quickly show you the rig. With this lake here, you have to use their own leaders. Now, if I just quickly show you this. Right, this is the leader. It's just quick. It's just a quick release leader, basically. Like that. This bit's ours, so it's basically from here. That bit there, it's just a normal leader. Pretty basic, pretty simple. Attach your own lead on it. And this is what I shall be using. I'll try and get it like this so it's a bit easier for you to see. I should be putting on one big pellet. It's about a 20mm pellet, I would say, because I feed on pellets here. But what I'm going to do, the difference I'm going to do is, I've had this company, they call themselves Fishy Bits Bait, and they do pastes, and this is obviously the halibut paste. I'm going to wrap that in this stuff. And I've used paste bit before, but they've given me this to try. You can find them on Facebook, they've got their own Facebook page, and look them up, check them out, see what they can offer you and prices. If you're using big baits like I will be, this pack will probably do about 10 carps. But if I get 10 fish, I'm loving it. So I'll just show you what I'm going to do. 1 minute. This is the idea. Look, I've got that pellet. I've wrapped it completely in this paste completely. And that's not much smaller than a golf ball, I'd say. You might think, oh god, that's massive, but this paste will break down a bit in the water, and also you've still got a pellet there as well. So hopefully, what I'll do is it's no good for casting though. This is the thing, because you try and whack that out and that'll probably come off. So we have the bait boat, so I'm going to take that out with a few pellet. I don't know, about 40 yards out maybe, about in the middle, and then we'll see what happens, and hopefully we'll get something. I've got a few different flavoured paste to try, so I'll go fish it to begin with, and then I'll show you one or two of the other pastes that they do, and then you can make your own mind up. Lovely. I'll get this out as soon as I can.
That's awesome. Keep the light on it.
Yes. Well, this is a van that Dennis picks you up in. Get 6, 8 you in there ready with all your gear, bowers in case you want to walk around to the your swims and that. This is the fridge freezer area. Keeps food you buy in here, as well as all the bait, boilies. Pellets are kept out, but the boys are putting out, they're all freezer boilies. This is where we shower and clean. It's nice and clean here. No smells, none of that business. This is the there you go, shower. Just stick all your gear up there. 2 toilets, little sink for cleaning the teeth, whatever. That's all nice and clean, so that's always a good plus. No funny smells, none of that. Always close the door behind you. And this is where I am today. Well, I come in here yesterday actually. I'm in peg 7, which is right round the other side. Well, it's 6 actually, because they've done away with 5. 4, 5, 6, yeah. They've done away with 5, so they moved 5 to 6 and 6 to 6. 6 to 7 rather. But yeah, so this is where I am. I'm fishing down by these trees, but this is what they call the bay. It goes round here. And that's where I had the 51 from. You'd think there'd be a bit more underneath these trees, but I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen anything at all. So a little bit of rain now. That's peg 3 over there. I've had a little bit of rain coming now. It's only light stuff, but we need a real good heavy downpour, I think. Let the wind pick up, stir everything up, because the fish just aren't really having it. Not really getting much in the way of bites, not seeing much. I mean, this looks prime under here. It really does, but no, I'm not sure. I can only put it down to the heat, because the water is extremely warm, I must admit. But yeah, I can only try. I'm going to put another one down here later, I think. I'm going to fish out in the front of the bay during the day, over there somewhere, just in the middle of that channel, and then come evening I'll go back round. You can't see it now, but back round through these trees right on the far side. This is the bay. Basically, I've come round to this area, and this is the bay, what they call the bay. That's where I am, and I caught the 51 just in front of those little bits of reed. I said a few splashes come up round here as well in the evening, but I've been there all last night, didn't get a touch. It's about 2 to 3 foot over there. In the middle it's maybe 5 foot in the middle there, something like that. Yeah, so I'm going to try for the whole afternoon, and then I'll whack it back into against those reeds tonight. See what happens. Okay, we've got day 5 at Angel Lakes, and it's calm and flat. Look at that. It's been very hot all week. Could do with a bit of a storm really, or something to get things moving. That's Liam over there, just sending out his bait boat. Can you see that? Because he's going to go right underneath those trees over there and bushes. So it's been hard. 3 fish caught, 3 lost. It's all a bit still. We'll need a good blow and a bit of rain maybe. But I've been lucky to have a 51, so I'm really happy with that. And a 37 caught and a 26. But while he's there, I'll catch him while he's here. This is Dennis. He's the guy who looks after you. Dennis, come here a minute, mate.
Hi, buddy.
Yeah, have a quick chat with you. Right, Dennis, he's like the bailiff stroke chef stroke fish tutor, you name it, it's everything. So, so yeah, nice guy. Food's great.
I'll pay you later for that.
Yeah, basically, what can you tell the public about the lake? Size of fish, the size of the lake. Any little tips that they might want to?
Size of the lake is 7.5 acres.
7.5
roughly,
acres.
Yeah. It's got depths of maximum 10-11 feet.
And that's the 10-11s is this side here.
Where the water comes in and out.
Yeah, and it's
drain the lake, and then you get up to about 2 to 5 feet in the bay where Steve is fishing.
Yeah,
the
up
rest
in
of
this.
the lake is about 7, 8, 9 feet.
So most of this area here is 7-8 feet.
Yeah, it's got kind of sandy areas. You've got kind of silty patches.
Deepest is
bit
there.
of root area out there.
Yeah, and over here is 2 to 3 feet in this corner. And the same, you can't see right around the corner, but it's around the corner. But that's where I'm fishing. Yeah. Okay.
Fish standard fish go from mostly just 20s up to 71, the biggest.
71's the biggest, which is a
commons,
big fish. That's a
yeah,
big
commons
fish.
are
Yeah.
Normally up to 60s. There's about 20 commons in here, so. But most of them are big fish. You might get the odd one double in here. We're thinning them out as we go, but there's mostly just 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s.
Okay, and
60s, 70s.
just a standard boilie stroke
just
pop up
standard
approach,
air
because
normally, or D rigs work well.
anyone coming here, they can use their own hook baits, but they have to use your pellet and boilie. Is that right? Yeah. So that's.
They don't have to use a pellet, but it's there. They need it. Boilie, yeah, is compulsory, but you can use your own pop-ups and dibs and stuff.
Yeah. So, and that's really for the fish care, so that you know what's going in.
We supply all the fish care and all the gear and all the nets and the rods and stuff. You just bring your own tackle, really. And
That's right. Yeah.
bag.
Here is no nets whatsoever, or cradles or slings. All that's supplied.
Yeah, it's all
You
supplied.
can bring your own alarms and reels if you wish, but everything is supplied here.
It's all supplied,
You just
everything's
got to bring your
supplied,
own end tackle. That's right, is
Yeah,
it? And
that's
leads,
it, yeah.
stuff like that.
That's the package, and breakfast, dinner, in with a package. Picked up from the airport if you fly. You can
That's
drive.
right, yeah.
You can drive.
They pick you up as well, which is great,
Yeah,
because
pick up
that's
from the
easier
take
for you.
back, Yeah, when the flights are all back to normal, because it's a bit of a nightmare at the moment with the COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I think I showed you the kitchen.
we've
The
got
sort
other
of
bits and pieces.
this is the dining area. This is where we eat in here.
Full kitchen. You got a full menu, and you got
Yeah.
snacks and crisps, and we do baguettes at lunchtime, rolls.
Tea and
stuff.
coffee there.
Tea and coffee on tap.
Yeah, so it's all you don't have to actually do anything because Dennis does it all for you.
Showers and toilets around the corner.
Yeah, I'll quickly show them there. So and the showers, they're not like these because we've been to France before. It's been like a funny smell in the water, but here it's all it's just like at home.
Yeah,
it's all clean. Yeah, so it's great.
Yeah,
So
two toilets, shower, sink. Yeah, it's all there.
yeah, and they're all clean daily because I know that because I've been in there. So
Yeah.
there's no problem with that. So yeah,
Straight down, yeah.
it's okay. That's great. At
You've
least
got the snags over there as well, where he's fishing as well. You've got one lot of snags on the lake. We're actually pointing that out as well.
yeah,
In the
that's
corner over there, you can see it probably.
over there.
You've got tree lines all round, but that's the main snag. You go under that snag, it don't come out normally, but it's kind of a hook and hold situation. But it
Yeah,
does hold a lot of fish. A lot of fish sitting there at the moment.
yeah. As we know that the carp they like to patrol these little snags and overhang. And this week that we've been here so far, all the way along here, every time we walked up and down there, there've been fish moving backwards and forwards.
Yeah, dozens in there.
And the weather's been warm and a bit horrible really, but they are sticking in there. There are some out obviously, but it's made it a bit harder
They normally get the res
to
down
get
the
on
night,
a few.
but
But
they haven't been doing it at the moment. But
yeah, and there's a couple of cats in. Is there a few cats in there?
Four cats. We
and
know of up to from 40 up to about £80 this year. So they come out. I don't know for sure this year, but £80 last year, sure.
up to 80. So that's
40,
gonna
80, yeah.
bend the old rod a bit, then, isn't it?
Yeah.
80-pounder.
Yeah, silverfish, roach and rudd, a few zander and pike and perch and that. If you want to have a little noddy bash as well. So.
Yeah, so there are a
Old
few
float
other
rod.
little bits and pieces in
And
here. But
the other Steve's been having a go on the float rod today.
yeah, there's another guy
Another
I've come with. He's down the end there. I think
Steve. Too many Steves.
he's a gudgeon basher. We are calling him. So, but yeah, he's been using a bit of floating. But so.
Bait boats as well supplied if you need them. If you
Yeah,
want-
bait
you
boats
have to
are
pay for them, but
supplied.
obviously, yeah, they're
A little bit extra, yeah. So
Yeah.
basically, you supply everything.
The whole
You
package,
don't really need
basically,
anything
nothing.
apart from your hook
End-
bait
end tackle,
and your end tackle and leads and that.
and not even
Yeah.
end hook bait, you're just an end tackle and your sleeping bag, normally clothes.
sleeping bag.
We
Yeah,
do have spare sleeping bags here which are cleaned regularly, and we've got spare towels if people run out and stuff.
yeah. So it's just the common sense stuff that you need as regards the actual angling stuff. The rods, the reels, the
Yeah.
bivvies, nets, everything is here. So you can fly here for ease. And then Dennis will pick you up from the airport. That's kind of included in the
all
package,
included, yeah.
if you like. So
Most of it is all flying basically. So.
yeah.
Yeah, not many people drive. There's a few drive, not many.
Yeah. Okay, that's great. Thanks for that, Dennis, and hopefully we'll put a few more fatties on the bank.
And get a few more fish hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll change a little bit hopefully.
Yeah. Okay. Cheers for that, mate.
Cheers,
Thanks. Okay, day 5. I'm already primed for the evening. 3 rods. Let me just tell you what I'm doing. Boy, it's been a hard week. It really has. Let's just get this out of the bit. Right. I'm in this bay here. Angel Lakes. It starts from this tree. Goes round. The sun's a bit low, but we'll see if we can get it in still. I'm back to those reeds where I had that 51 from. There, I've got a little pop-up kingfisher. A little pop-up topped off with a bit of pop-up corn as well. About 1 inch off the deck. Over here, by this dead tree, I've got a snowman there. I've seen a couple of fish crash there during the last few days, so we stuck one there. I did have one underneath these trees here, but the crayfish just kept hammering it. In fact, they're hammering it everywhere really. But so my third rod, because I didn't want to cut it all off, so there's nothing on that far side there apart from the one where that dead tree is. So here, right in the middle there, and I always mark it just where that shadow of the tree is. Shadows don't change. Well, sorry, silhouette. It's a silhouette of the tree. Shadows do change, silhouettes don't. So I'm just about there, right about where that silhouette is. So I can always chuck my bait there. I don't have to worry about marking or anything, because I know you aim for that silhouette every time, you'll get it. So that's where I am with the third rod. And that's, I've just got a bottom bait there, but I've got two 18 mils together. So I think one's a pineapple. Can't remember the other one, but it's spacious sweet fruity one anyway. And that's over some pellet and a bit of glug on there. So yeah, that's where I am. Didn't get anything last night, nothing during the day either. So it's been a bit desperate, to be fair, although I have had a great fish of £51. But as regards everything else, it's not been great. There's 4 of us on, and so far we've had 4 fish. I've had 1, Liam's had 1, Steve's had 2, and Andy's hasn't had anything yet. So let's hope it brings another one. Still got tonight, tomorrow, and tomorrow night, and then we finish Friday morning. After breakfast I'll probably pack up, so got quite a few stuff to move about. Let's just hope we get something tonight. Desperate times. Okay guys, it's been a hard week. I've only had 1 good one. I've lost 1, but I've weakened and I've had to ask Dax Miller for some help. I have really weakened, and I didn't want to go that low, but I have done, and I've called him over to give me some advice on how to catch big carp. So Dax, what do you think is the best way forward to be catching some of these fish, mate? Dax? Oh, it would seem like he has nothing to say, or does know nothing about it. Okay, well, I tried, and obviously he talks the talk but don't walk the walk. See you later. We're live action here. So this on for a couple of minutes now. Baking hot day. Ooh. What's the temp on that? Is that?
Temperature is it 50? In the sun at the moment, though, but
no, it's not in the sun yet.
31 on there.
31, that's in the shade.
Sorry, it's no, 36.
36 in the shade.
Just in the shade, probably in the 30s, yeah. Probably 90s.
Can't see anything yet, so I'll wait till it's down here somewhere. I'll wait till it surfaces and have a bit more sea then.
I've to see if it in the water, it's slower than smaller in the water.
There she is.
Little mirror.
Looks like a common to me.
A common? Is it a common?
Yeah.
Oh, it is a common, yeah. Little common. Probably the smallest one in the lake, but it's a common.
I've had that already, Sue.
Yeah. What, the smallest one in the lake? Yeah. It's a common, it is a common. I just thought
I'm guessing he's
it was a fully scaled or not, because he's got fully scaled, 2 colours, fully scaled. Fella, come on. Get up and winking it in there.
it's a mid to high 20, I'd say mid 20.
Yeah, but you'll go with small in the water and they're bigger when you get them out.
Yeah, that could go. Much as 30 maybe.
Yeah, touching it. Wherever it is, it's in the bag and Andy's on too. Where?
See what this goes at. Could be about 30 odder.
33.
33.
33.
Lovely. Alright, mate.
I had a comment at 33. That tatty tail was fucking 33.
Picture, Steve.
Yeah, do it from this.
It's a good
Go around
fish.
that side, Andy. Then you get better light.
It's a fighter. It's a nice common, that. 33 was it, Steve, you say?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's about the average size of the commons. Well done, mate.
Right.
Done.
Right, guys, on the last night, it has been very, very hard. I think out of 4 of us, we've had 6. Now 6 fish have been caught between 4 of us. I'm still in this bay here. I'm not holding up much hope now because I've actually brought all my gear here, so I don't want to dredge it everywhere else. But you already know that I caught that 51 pounder over there, but I haven't really seen much else moving or anything, so I'm plodding away. But the bayer tells me they got 4 catfish in here. 4 catfish, I think they go up to 80 pounds. So I thought, damn. So I'm thinking, let's change some tactics. Let's try and target a cat and put it in a bait boat and whack it out. It won't be in the middle, but it'll be out that way somewhere. And this is the bait I'm thinking about using. Okay, I'll put some pellet there to induce it, but check that out. we are talking salami sausage glugged in bloodworm juice. A couple of little bits there, really because it wouldn't fit in the bait boat. So it kept getting stuck, so I'm going to put that there. Put a little body there. That needs to drop out, otherwise we're in trouble. No hair rig. Most hair rigs, I mean, it's like live baiting, but instead of lip hooking it, I'm kind of skin hooking it. There. So that cat has got to suck the whole thing in, but he think an 80 pounder, that's nothing to an 80 pounder. So I'm going to chuck that out and hope for a beast, a monster, a whale basher. And it's going to go out there. So if that rod goes, boy, I'm in for a tussle. So let's, fingers crossed, that's what we'll do with that one. And then the other ones, I've just got a double tiger nut on there. That's just a bottom bait. And this one here, Pva de Resistance, I've got this glugging in my krill and cranberry. So let me just see what that's looking like. Ooh yeah, look at that. I've sandwiched a pop-up between two boilies that they have here, and I shall got some crushed bits and pieces there, and I'll put a bit of glug in that and chuck that out. Oh baby, yeah, that's going to do. I'll just leave that there for a minute. That's going to do a beauty, that is. But like I said, it's been fishing hard, so we can only try. We can only try. But come 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, that's it for me. We're packed up and I'll be having a shower and getting ready to go back to the airport. So this will be probably the last video I do, unless I catch that catfish. Fingers crossed. And we'll see. Or maybe another carp, but I'm not confident in the carp, I'm really not. But we'll see. Right, out. Okay guys, we've got back from Angel Lakes. This is their card. All the details are on there, the website, everything. It's been a hard week. It's been a very hard week actually. The weather's been against us a little bit and the fish didn't want to play ball. But we pulled out between 4 of us. What was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We pulled out 8 fish. 8 fish between 4 of us in a week, which is quite bad really, but it is what it is. And we had a couple of 50s, which is always great. I had a 51, Liam had a 50, a few 30s, a couple of 20s, mid to high 20s. Be very unlucky to get anything lower than a mid 20, but there are a lot of big fish in there. You can see them bashing around. Because of the heat, they just wanted to stay in the snags under the bushes and trees and that. But hey, it was what it was, and I would go back definitely, but it'd have to be a different time of year, slightly cooler, maybe end of May, begin to end of September. It's not as hot. I tried for a cat, I didn't have any joy with that, but I think they like to stay in that deeper edge. A couple come up there. It's about 10-11 foot there, so maybe next time get that side of the lake. But yeah, I would recommend it. This is their card. Let me just show you. You know, they have got some big fish in there. You can't say that they haven't. I think 71's the biggest. So give it a go, guys. Go and speak to Dennis. He's a guy who lives there and cook all your food for you. And tight lines.